All right, so this is part two. I just split them into two parts. So this is part two, and this is cutting off an air layer that once one has already been established. So you can see on this tree, this is that Rainbow Eucalyptus, and you can see it's already got a bunch of roots inside of the plastic, and this has only been on here for a week. So that's another thing that I didn't expect to happen, is for this to happen so quickly. So this only happened in a week. I thought this was going to take 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and it was never going to really work or root well. But this is in June, and this thing has rooted just fine. So I've taken off the tinfoil. Now I'm down to this. Now I'm going to grab my snippers and I'm going to take off this branch. Interesting thing you'll see about this is this has already sprouted new growth on the other side of this branch. So it already thinks that this branch has been severed off. So it's already grown new branches, and it's going to have new limbs right here where I'm basically going to cut this new branch afterwards. Then I've got this other tree on the other side which already has roots. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip it right here. Okay, and there is my new tree. So you can see that this tree is it's a little big, so it's going to be a little hard for this thing to survive off of these little roots that I've done. So I would rather have a larger root system for something like this, or what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to trim this down. So I'm going to take down a lot of this foliage that it's going to be very hard for it to support anyway. And I'm going to leave it more like that just to get it kind of started. Now I'm going to take off the plastic. And you can see inside here all those new little roots. So now we're going to take this and put it in our soil. Try not to disturb him too much. Tamp it down pretty good so it stays stable. And then I'm going to water this in real good after this and call it done. Another step that I like to do sometimes is put a plastic bag over the entire plant and down over the pot, because that makes a little humid microclimate inside while the rooting begins. That way you create a little mini greenhouse so that this upper part doesn't dry out. Or another thing I might do with this is just take this indoors and let it root out inside for a few days and then bring it back outside. It works really, really well definitely for this size cuttings. This is about 1/4 of an inch, about like a pencil. But it works also really well for larger cuttings too. So this is a Brugmansia, and you can see this one has about a 1-inch cutting. All cutting is, or air layer is it's basically a little battery, and it's going to give you a little bit of time to get the roots started. And once the rooting process starts, then you know the plant's probably going to be okay. So you can do this air layering and cutting with just about any kind of plant. I've done it for the Rainbow Eucalyptuses now, the Brugmansias, Moringas, papayas. We'll also do the same. I've got some larger papaya cuttings here. And that way you can have a bunch of different plants for yourself in under 5 minutes, basically for free, if you've got a friend that's willing to give you or let you do air layers, or if you're willing to do some on your own plants at your house. You can basically have as many plants as you want for free. All right, guys, thank you for watching.